play. Russia.
All right. Hey, everybody. We're expecting things to get pretty wild here today. Donald Trump is going to be speaking in about 15 minutes from Texas, and a lot of things have gotten very, very crazy over the last 24 or so hours. Some of them I covered on the program that we've recorded that is not quite out yet. I'm seeing that my member count has not been reset from yesterday, so let's do that. Boom. There we go. Usually you don't like to see it going the wrong direction, but in this case, it is the right thing to do. So we are expecting to hear from Donald Trump in about 15 minutes. That means probably it will be within the next hour or two. But I have plenty of things to discuss with you between now and then. People asking for an update on YouTube subscriber numbers, including Elias Chavarria, who sent a super chat saying, "You have 900,000 subscribers on YouTube. Keep up the great work." Yes, we did it. We actually hit 900,000 during yesterday's live stream, but it didn't roll over on Social Blade for whatever reason. But we're actually 90 shy of we're actually 70 shy of 901,000. And so my goal has been for a while to get to 1 million before Election Day. Right now we're scheduled, I don't know how well you can see this. Let's see if I can zoom it in. That did not really help. Right now we're scheduled to hit 1 million on January 8th, which would be before inauguration, but 2 months after the election. But the numbers I've run suggest we only need like 1,030 a day to get there by Election Day. It is actually doable. We've had a bunch of days in the last couple of weeks where we've had 2,000, 3,000, and even 4,000 new YouTube subscribers in a day. So my thought is, like yesterday, the projection said January 9. Now it says January 8. If we can keep it up, this number may get closer and closer to Election Day. And what a dream it would be to actually hit 1 million subscribers on Election Day. And I don't know what we're going to do to celebrate yet. Some people said I should dye my hair. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe I don't really get the point, or, you know, I don't know. I'm open to different ideas. In the meantime, we are trying to get to 50,000 followers on Twitch, where we have surpassed 40,000. Of course, we're much newer to Twitch, and engagement is high there, and very, very exciting things are happening there. So we're not foregoing any platform. And by the way, this is actually crazy. Very quietly, we just started a show Instagram page, like not my personal Instagram, but the show Instagram not that long ago. We're regularly posting video clips to IGTV. A lot of our clips on IGTV are getting 40, 50,000 views, which is insane. Like, that's becoming a bigger and bigger platform for us. So we're doing it all. It's we're not discriminating in any sense in favor of or against anybody. Mart Fillion said, "I don't think Biden needs to do press conferences. Trump is easily digging his own grave on its own. Money saved for the Democrats." Yeah, today on the bonus show, we actually had a conversation about how I don't care whether there's a convention. I almost don't care who Biden's VP is, assuming it's not someone cartoonishly terrible. And I don't even really need Biden to do press conferences. I mean, it's never been as cut and dry as it is right now. I want to say thank you to Tara Steinschneider, who is new member number 1 today at joinpacman.com. Hey, Tara, very much appreciate your support. I do have an updated bingo card, which I will show you in a bit. What else did I want to go over? Do we want to do this? So Louis Gohmert has caught COVID. Call it what you want. And he's against wearing masks. Like, for example, here he is yesterday at William Barr's hearing, walking out right behind Barr.
How do you think today will go?
Barr has before the hearing, Barr has no mask. Gohmert has no mask. He now has the virus, and he thinks he may have caught it, I guess, during some brief moment during which he thinks the mask may have given him the virus.
I can't help but wonder if by keeping a mask on and keeping it in place, that if I might have put some germs, some of the virus on.
Virus. That's got, how many A's are in virus?
Onto the mask and breathed it in. I don't know, but I got it. We'll see what happens from here. But the reports of my demise are very premature.
Premature. Yeah. So he refuses to wear a mask. At some point, I guess he had to put one on. And he thinks that brief moment may have been where he got the virus. Like, this is how stupid people are that live in this country. And actually, this guy used to be a judge, if you can imagine. Then I have video. I don't know if you guys want to see this. Trump bragged about his reading comprehension. And it's like, it stopped being funny a long time ago. And, you know, I know many adults who know how to read, and when they read stuff, they understand it. Not a single one of them has ever said to me, my reading comprehension is really good. They just know how to read. They're just adults, right? They usually focus on what are you doing with the information. Here's Trump telling Axios reporter, I'll just play it for you guys. Here's Trump saying his reading comprehension is better, maybe better than anyone that Jonathan Swan has interviewed. And it's like, why are the reading comprehension abilities of people this guy has interviewed even a topic of conversation? Take a listen.
We had a call talking about nuclear proliferation, which is a very big subject, where they would like to do something and so would I. We discussed numerous things. We did not discuss that, no.
And you've never discussed it with him?
I have never discussed it with him, no. I would. I'd have no problem with it.
But you don't believe
the intelligence.
It never it's because you don't believe the intelligence. That's why.
Everything, you know, it's interesting. Nobody ever brings up China. They always bring Russia, Russia, Russia. If we can do something with Russia in terms of nuclear proliferation, which is a very big problem, bigger problem than global warming, a much bigger problem than global warming in terms of the real world, that would be a great thing. No, it never.
I don't know that that's true. Like, we're dealing with global warming, we're dealing with a lot of irreversible damage. The nuclear, anyway, that's not even the topic, but I think he's wrong.
Reached my desk. You know why? Because they didn't think it was intelligence. They didn't think it was real.
It was in your written brief, though.
They didn't think it was worthy of. I wouldn't mind. If it reached my desk, I would have done something about it. It never reached my desk because.
Do you read your written brief?
I do. I read a lot. Really? You know, I read a lot. They like to say I don't read. I read a lot.
I
comprehend extraordinarily well. Probably better than anybody that you've interviewed in a long time.
I comprehend extremely well, probably better than anyone you've interviewed in a long time. Have you guys noticed how the topic invariably goes to the interviewer? Like when he was interviewed by Chris Wallace about the cognitive test, Trump said, I did better. You know, Biden couldn't get the last questions right. And then he said to Chris Wallace, even you couldn't get the last questions right. It's like, why is Chris Wallace's cognitive ability at issue? Here it's, I comprehend really well, and I comprehend better than anyone you've interviewed in a long time. Like, what relevance does who Jonathan Swan from Axios has interviewed have? I mean, it's crazy. So we're going to dig into this in detail tomorrow. And Trump, during this clip, bending over backwards as usual, to defend not criticizing or confronting Vladimir Putin. And you don't need to have any Russia conspiracy to point out, like, Trump just seems enamored with Putin. It doesn't have to be more than that. It can just be, you know, the right likes to talk about, oh, you guys went too far with the Russia thing, the Russia gate, all this stuff. Trump seems enamored with authoritarians. Putin at the top of the list. That's it. Like, there might be more there, but you don't have to make a case that there's more. He just seems to be going out of his way to explain why he doesn't confront Putin about this, that, or the other thing. So that's that. We're going to dig into that more tomorrow. But today we're standing by for Donald Trump just minutes from now in Texas. He is going to presumably take some questions and make some kind of propaganda statement in Texas. If you are just joining on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are now on the path to 1 million subscribers, hoping by Election Day. We're at 901,000 right now, 99, one down, 99 to go. I have a new, do you guys want to do the bingo card now, or should I do super chats? What do people want? Take a sip here. Bingo or super chats? I could do one or the other. In the meantime, thanks to Sva for subscribing over on Twitch. I appreciate that very much. Looks like it's kind of a split. People leaning towards bingo. Okay, let's do the bingo card now. That's fine. But first, let me thank a few people who have signed up. Natalie Kroll, Jeremy Ritchie, and Jeg Bird are new members 2, 3, and 4 today. So that gets us to 4 at joinpakman.com. Okay, so people have started up a David Pakman Show bingo card. And yesterday I displayed it for you, and there were some elements on it that weren't great. So I said, email me replacements, and I will pull the less good items and replace them. And we'll keep iterating. So hopefully, like, we'll identify what are the worst items on this bingo card, and then people can email me through my website other ideas, and we'll keep improving. And eventually this is going to be really, really good. So we'll go through them. Here's what we have left right now. From the standpoint of, yes, I do say that I'm kind of mimicking Trump. It's not really my thing, but I do say that sometimes as a joke. The caller, I'm talking to a caller and the call drops. That's frequent. Here's a new one from yesterday. Massachusetts is handling the virus well. I'll zoom this in a little bit for us. Massachusetts handling the virus well. I do say that. I am proud of how Massachusetts has dealt with the virus so far. And we, for weeks now, we've had only 200 cases a day. So I do mention that. I deliberately pronounce a name incorrectly. That does happen. So I think that should definitely be there. I'm talking to a caller who sounds as if they're underwater. That is surprisingly common. I use the term, can you imagine? I make a hard sell membership pitch. There's a clickbaity YouTube title. I use the phrase elements of blank. Again, that's me copying Trump, but it's fine to have it. I espouse an opinion unpopular with progressives. That sometimes happens. I use the term with peace and love. Yeah, so with peace and love is a way to soften a criticism. Like if I got it from Ringo Starr. If a caller calls in and they make no sense whatsoever, I want to tell them, I don't know what the F you're talking about, but instead I'll say, listen, I'm saying this with total peace and love. I don't know what you're talking about with peace and love. And the idea is you kind of soften it. It's almost like saying with all due respect. Caller asks, is that me? And I say, yes, it is. That's frequent. Referring to things as weaponized. Accidentally hit my mic. Since I got the new microphone, it's much more compact. So I think that the mic hits are going to be less frequent. I mentioned going to a cafe or a coffee shop. A lot of my stories start with that as a catalyst. That's true. I offer an absurd and possibly illegal membership discount. That's frequent. That's actually frequent. I run my fingers through my hair. The caller is either exercising or using heavy machinery. Unfortunately, that's also really common. I mentioned being from Argentina. I run down my personal stock holdings. I mention either my cukes or my zooks from the garden. That's going to go away after the gardening season, so that may be just a temporary one. I refer to a caller or myself as being shot out of a cannon. I refer to Kayleigh McEnany as MAGA nanny. Of course, I tell a story about a current or former producer, or I use the phrase exactly as we predicted on the show. And I love doing that, but I do it humbly. I will say exactly as we predicted on the show. Not that there's anything special about that. Everybody has been predicting this because it's so obvious. So I think that the humility aspect is an important one. So this is the latest bingo card. And what I would invite you to do, it's too hard to do it in chat. Go to my website and use the contact form and tell me, David, I think, accidentally hits Mike is not a great square. Here's an idea to replace it. And I think if we keep iterating like this, within a week or two, we're going to have a really, really good bingo card. So that's my ask. Now, the funny thing is, will we ever actually play with the bingo card? Probably not. Like the fun, it's all about the journey. That's really the idea. Let's just keep iterating and going over and improving the bingo card. Okay. Where did I leave off over here? Oh, if you're just joining, you haven't missed anything. We're standing by for supposedly 3 minutes from now. This event is going to start. Let's see what we have in terms of super chats. A lot of them are coming in. Where did we leave off? The Vegan Villainess says, thanks for keeping us sane during these trying times. I couldn't bear to watch these without you and your input. Thank you. I appreciate that. Johnny Minogue says, hey, David, why is your phone number an Indiana area code when it's been produced in New York and Massachusetts? So our voicemail number is 219-2-DAVID-P. It's just, that was what was available. We wanted to have something related to the show, like David P. It's Google Voice, so 219 was what was available. We don't have anything to do with Indiana. Bolo Turner says, congratulations on 900,000 subscribers. Here's to 1 million. Mark Cosson dropping in out of nowhere with a powerful $50 super chat. Thanks, Mark. Robert Mifflin says, what do you think about Susan Rice as VP? Is it likely? I think she's in the top 3, but not the leader, is my assessment right now. Could I be friends with a Trump supporter? Theoretically. I mean, I'm not, but could happen. Seth Barham says, hi, David, did you see the video of the white guy holding a Black Lives Matter sign in Harrison, Arkansas? Reaction from the residents was disturbing. I didn't see that, Seth, no. Tyler asks, have I looked at Kodak stock up approximately 1,600%? Unfortunately, Fujifilm was not as lucky because everyone was trying to buy Fujifilm. Yeah, that's good. Let me check out Kodak stock. Kodak. Eastman Kodak. Up 300%. That is insane. Yeah, Trump mentioning them yesterday. Trading like at $2 for a while, and now it's up to $33. That is absolutely insane. Now, the weird thing is, was it up before Trump's announcement? That's weird. That would raise some interesting questions in my mind. Yeah, I don't know how long that's going to go. I have no opinion about that, but something about the trading volume before Trump's announcement is a little bit weird to me. And I would certainly look into that. That's Not Funny says, David, when's any Trump thing actually urgent? Rarely. Very, very rarely. Yeah, no, that's a fair point. Arun Mehta says, how long until the 12,000 troops from Germany end up as part of Trump's invasion of U.S. cities? It's too scary of a coincidence, in my opinion. It's all scary. And, you know, now all of a sudden, the people who were saying Obama is going to declare martial law, suspend the election, and never leave. Those people are now saying there's nothing to worry about the armed paramilitaries throwing people into unmarked vans. Those people are now saying there's nothing to worry about now, which is something else. No hype train yet triggered on Twitch. Yeah, no, there's no hype train happening right now, but we are, of course, very, very closely following what's happening on Twitch for sure. Bay Photo says, hope you hit 1 million subscribers, but David, be sure to watch out for the fake mail-in subscribers. Yeah, you know, I've read that we may have a problem of people subscribing twice to our YouTube channel and also dead people subscribing. These are real problems. And also babies subscribing who aren't even old enough to subscribe. So we want to get a clean million. I don't want 1 million where like 11,000 are fake. We want a totally clean 1 million subscribers. Michael Fitz says, hey, David, my wife and I love watching your show and love how you fact check in real time. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Michael. Zachary Foster says, David, you should have seen the ridiculous, nonsensical, tech illiterate questions the people on the committee asked today at the big tech hearing. From what I think Jim Sensenbrenner asked Mark Zuckerberg why something happened on Twitter. And Zuckerberg was like, you know, I run Facebook. I don't know. And I think that there was a moment where, so there was a previous, this was not today, but someone asked, I think it was the CEO of Google, why an iPhone works a certain way or something. It was really, really weird. Like it just didn't make any sense. Thanks to Phil F30 for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Your Twitch subscriber 786. And NoLad has subscribed with Prime. You are subscriber 787. That's a plane I've not stepped onto for a while, given that I've gone, you know, nowhere for quite some time. Thanks to Leanne O'Neill, who's new member number 5 today at joinpacman.com, and Matthew Ferguson, who is new member number 6 today at joinpacman.com. We are standing by here for Donald Trump, scheduled for 2 minutes ago. Not much yet happening, but presumably he won't start super late. Sam Kimpton has also subscribed with Prime, which I very much appreciate. We're already almost at a level 2 hype train, and indeed now we are, which is happening very, very quickly. Zesty African says via Super Chat, where are the pro-gun sycophants that claimed the sole purpose of their gun ownership was to defend against the government encroaching on the rights of the vulnerable? Whoops, just lost my earpiece. They are tweeting in support of the armed paramilitaries. That's where they are right now. Shocking, I know. Danny Thompson says, David, I have a dream. I dream of setting up my own YouTube channel where my only content is videos of me reacting to you from these live streams. A grandma has to have her dreams. LOL. Yes, I very much agree with that. I think I have a reaction video that some of you may have seen. Oh no, I don't have it. Oh, hold on, wait a second. Do I have it on my desktop here? I don't have. There's a really funny video of a viewer's mom reacting to me accidentally clapping the other day when I was just gesticulating, and it's really funny. But I actually don't have it available for you right now. My apologies. Ron says Biden didn't vote for the Iraq war. The vote was to authorize military action and force Iraq to allow weapons inspectors. Bush told the inspectors to leave and attacked Iraq 5 months later. Ron, wow. Coming in out of nowhere. Elias Chavarria says, whoops, where did that go? The incoming flu season combined with COVID-19 is going to be a disaster. This fall is my first semester of college and the situation scares me. I feel terribly for people starting college right now. It just seems like a horrible, horrible time to be starting college. And I do not envy you at all. My hope is if you persevere, you will be very, very powerfully rewarded in that you will be more resilient as a result of starting college at this time, assuming that we don't have an explosive spread of coronavirus and college students start to die. I guess time will tell. Thanks to Iryman42, as well as House Be Suck and Why Am I Sticky, geez, who are all participating in a hype train that is approaching level 3. Thanks to Chiroshi as well. Very much appreciate that. Nouvelle Coast says, I understand why some polls are more or less accurate, but what makes some left-leaning or right-leaning? Just leading questions, and is it intentional? So sometimes it's a question of who's funding it. Sometimes they do use leading questions. There's every combination. Sometimes they oversample Democrats, as an example. Blown High Spot says, hey, David, do you think Trump really believes what that crazy doctor has said, or do you think he's trolling Fauci? I actually don't know, and I raised that issue in a clip that's publishing at 5:30 Eastern. So I'm wondering the same thing you're wondering. Thanks to Carmen for the subscription. Lewis Noden says, did you see Musk Bolivia tweet? I did not. Administrator says, keep it up. Brent Hess says, that proves that subscribe by mail is riddled with fraud, right? Yeah, you shouldn't be allowed to subscribe to a YouTube channel by mail. You should have to do it online. I agree. Wilma Diekfit says, David, your wiki claims your first pet was a wombat and you attended clown college before dropping out to pursue a career in politics. Is that true? Is that, I mean, listen, let's look that up. People make edits to my Wikipedia page all the time, and some of them are really, really funny. Oh man, it looks like a whole bunch of really weird edits were made. Let's see. This could be really scary. Let's look at view history. Oh my God, there's an edit war happening. What is going on right here? Holy shit. Oh my God. Okay, let's see. Let's just look at what some people, this is so funny. People are arguing about me on Wikipedia. Let's see what's happening. Okay, so someone removed that I'm an academic. Okay, that's fair. I don't think I am. I'm trying to see what's the explanation for that. Oh, academic title hasn't been earned. He's clearly a pundit and a very intelligent person, but adjunct teaching with a master's degree doesn't make one an academic. I agree with that. I don't think it should say academic. I don't know who originally put that in. This is funny. Let's see. Party, left-wing, independent, unregistered was simplified to independent. That seems fair. Let's see what else we've got. Notability. Okay. These seem like technical things that I don't understand. I think we'll skip over them. Citation needed was added. Some reference was removed. All right. A lot of little things going on. I'm looking for like the big craziness. Some dates were added. It looks like a lot of kind of cleanup. So a whole bunch. Argentinian American political pundit was removed. I've appeared. Bachman also appeared. Man, this is crazy. I don't even understand why a lot of this stuff. I just don't really understand this stuff. They added that I was an adjunct at Boston College. Yeah, I really don't know if these are like formatting things or what's going on. A citation was removed. Okay. A citation was re-added. This is crazy. It was removed that I came to the U.S. at age 5. Okay, I don't know why. I mean, that seems relevant. I don't know. Internet talk show, political pundit was removed. I'm no longer a pundit nor an analyst. I'm now just a talk show host. Okay, seems like a downgrade. I've been demoted. Some citations were removed. A lot of this seems very, very minor. This looks like another formatting thing. Oh, wait, what's down here? Misspellings were added. That's interesting. Okay. This doesn't seem good, guys. I'm not going to lie. If there's actually Wikipedia editors watching, I would love it if someone could go back in and really clean a lot of this stuff up. Another entire section is removed and then added somewhere else with just like endless cite. This is bad. I don't know. Like, I don't edit it because I know that it's supposed to be neutral. So if I'm participating, that seems bad. Stuff was removed about my show. I don't, this is weird. YouTube was added back in. Okay. Technical stuff that I don't understand. And then reversed. Like, things seem to be done and then reversed. So stuff that was taken away a few edits ago was added back in. Looks like another reference to me being Argentinian was removed. Why someone would remove that, I don't know. And that's the end of it. All right, well, that seems like there's a big war being... Oh, my God, Trump's speaking.
Message to the zealots, radicals, and extremists trying to shut down your industry and to make America subservient to foreign producers.
The hell?
That won't happen to this nation again. To foreign producers. That won't happen to this nation. Oh, my God.
Let's go with this audio here. This is crazy.
And extremists trying to shut down your industry and to make America subservient to foreign producers. That won't happen to this
There's
nation
steam all
again.
He's dripping in water, and there seems to be either a fog machine or steam all around him. His mic's not even on.
We will never let anyone put American energy out of business, which is what they'd like to do. Never again be reliant on hostile foreign suppliers. We will defend your jobs. We will defend the Lone Star State. I love this state. And we will defend Americans' newfound energy independence. Before going any further, I want to provide you with a brief update on our battle against the China virus. Our hearts are with the people of Texas. We love our people. We love our country. Statewide, the percent of patients testing positive has stabilized and the number of new cases has begun to substantially decline. But Texans must remain vigilant. To protect our seniors, my administration has deployed personal protective equipment and rapid point-of-care testing systems to every Medicare and Medicaid certified nursing home in your state, no matter where you go.
How terrible is the production value on this thing?
Are receiving 500 cases of antiviral treatment, remdesivir. It's been very, very successful. Enough to treat 3,200 patients. Under my administration's Operation Warp Speed, we're developing vaccines in record time. Earlier this week, a promising vaccine entered the final stage of clinical trials long ahead of schedule, with more following very quickly behind. We have some of the greatest companies, labs in the world doing this. This is the fastest a vaccine has ever been developed.
Has nothing to do with Trump.
Together we will end the plague from China. We will defeat the virus. I want to thank everyone at Double Eagle Energy for hosting us today, including co-founders, two great, young, smart people, Cody Campbell and John Sellers. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, John. Thank you, fellas. Good job. Thanks also to Interior Secretary David Bernhardt. David, thank you. Energy Secretary Dan Broilette. Texas has really kept him very busy. Where's Dan? You've been kept very busy, very busy. A great senator and a great friend of mine, Senator Ted Cruz.
Oh, God.
Ted, thank you.
Don't tell me
he's out there fighting for you, I want to tell you. Thank you, Ted. Representatives, and these are friends of mine and they're warriors, Jody Arrington and Mike Conaway. Thank you, fellas. Thank you. Thank you. Great job. A very, very special man and a very special talent, and Governor Greg Abbott.
Horrible.
Thank you.
Terrible.
Thank you, Greg. Great job you're doing. And he's working hard, and you're doing a fantastic job. Our people are working together, and you're getting everything you need. So, good. Thank you for doing such a good job. And thank also Dan Patrick, your Lieutenant Governor, my friend.
Horrible
Thank
person.
you very much, Dan.
Absolutely terrible person.
Great help. It's a great team. No better team in the country. Thank you.
Hard to imagine a worse.
Midland County Judge Terry Johnson. Thank you, Terry. Thank you. Your former governor, a great man, a friend of mine, Secretary of Energy Rick Perry. Nobody did a better job than my Rick. Thank you, Rick.
That's obviously not true.
And we have so many other distinguished guests and local leaders, and we just want to thank you all for being here. Thank you all very much. Great honor. Thank you very much for being here. Under the last administration, America's energy industry was under relentless and unceasing attack. You know that. But the day I took the oath of office, we ended
Remember the other day, Trump said he saved tens of millions of energy jobs. There's only 6 million energy jobs in the U.S. Let's see if he refreshes that line.
The assault, you've seen what's going on. It could come again, but I have a very strong feeling you're not going to have to worry about it. If you do, you're in big, big trouble. I withdrew from the one-sided energy-destroying Paris Climate Accord. It was a disaster.
Imagine cheering for that.
It cost us billions of dollars, and it would have made us a non-competitive nation. We canceled the Obama administration's job-crushing Clean Power Plan. You know,
I thought he was against cancel culture.
I approved the Keystone XL and the Dakota Access pipelines immediately upon assuming office. We opened up ANWR in Alaska to energy exploration, ended the moratorium on coal leasing on federal lands, and reopened public lands and offshore areas to oil and gas exploration. That's where David Bernhardt's done such a great job. Thanks, David. We unlocked the full energy potential of Texas and New Mexico. And New Mexico, we're proud that we've been here. We're proud to help. You have been fantastic. A lot of jobs. And since my election, oil and gas production in the Permian Basin has more than doubled.
Okay.
Under the Trump administration, the United States has increased oil production by 3.1 million barrels per day. That's some number. Never been anything like that number. For the first time in nearly 70 years, we have become a net energy exporter. And the United States is now the #1 producer of oil and natural gas on the face of the earth. To ensure we maintain this dominant position long into the future, we will never lose this position. My administration is announcing today that export authorizations for American liquefied natural gas can now be extended through the year 2050. Mr. Governor, is that long enough? Okay, 2050, that seems like a long time. He said, let's make it longer. At the same time, we're strongly protecting our environment. Air pollution is down significantly since I took office, while other countries are polluting the world.
It's down because of coronavirus. That's the crazy thing. He's made it easier to pollute. He happened to have coronavirus, which shut down so many pollution-creating elements.
People don't know that about us. We love our environment. Under my administration, the United States will continue to have among the cleanest air and cleanest water anywhere on Earth, and that's what we have. Thanks to our pro-American energy policies, we're also taking jobs and factories away from countries with poor environmental standards, such as China, and bringing jobs back to America where they belong. Before the invisible enemy struck our shores, we created 800,000 new energy jobs, a third of them in Texas. That was just the new jobs. Add on to that millions of other jobs. After the China virus struck, we implemented historic economic relief. When oil crashed, I got Saudi Arabia, Russia, and others to cut nearly 10 million barrels a day, and got OPEC Plus and Mexico to agree to the deal, and hence we're okay now. We're back.
He has no idea
what
he's reading.
And I will tell you, and I can tell you that I spoke with Dan and Greg, and I spoke with Senator Ted Cruz. I spoke with a lot of people, and we were very close to losing a very powerful, great industry. And we did a job. We did a great job all together, working together. A job like I think nobody could have done. And now we're back, and now we're just going to keep expanding. It's going to see, you will see it's happening, but we really did. We did a great job. And I want to thank, frankly, Saudi Arabia. I want to thank Russia. I want to thank Mexico.
Shocking.
And I want to thank OPEC, as they call it, Plus. It's called OPEC Plus. That's OPEC plus a lot of other countries, but they all came together and they did a job for the industry. Man. And we appreciate everybody's help. This action stabilized world oil prices that had been in a free fall and saved millions of energy jobs. And frankly, it saved your industry. 4 months ago, people were very, very concerned about that industry. And now it's just going to be a question of how fast will you put people on. Through the Paycheck Protection Program, we provided over $1 billion in emergency aid to keep Texas energy workers on the payroll. We kept them all on the payroll. We opened up 30 million barrels of space and strategic petroleum reserve, allowing American companies to store surplus oil to be sold at a later time. And we filled up our 75 million barrels in the strategic reserve. And Dan, you've done a fantastic job on that. Thank you very much. I only wish he bought it when the oil was selling for $0 and they paid you $37 in addition. You get a barrel plus 37. I said, Dan,
really
why didn't you make that deal?
That
I would have loved that. But you did well. Thank you very much. Today, I'm taking another bold action to support energy jobs in Texas. In a few moments, I will sign 4 critical permits granting approval to vital pipeline and railway infrastructure on our nation's border. That's a big deal. This will include 2 permits allowing the export of Texas crude to Mexico, a giant victory for the workers of the state that you've been...
He'll also sign a permit to let Greg Abbott remodel his kitchen, too, just while he's there.
You've been after that one for many years. I said, what do I know about it? If you want to do it, it's okay with me, and we're doing it. So that's been a long time in the making. We're joined today by some of the incredible patriots of the Texas oil and gas industry who are benefiting from America's energy boom. Josh Ginn was born and raised right here in Odessa and Midland. Where's Josh? Thank you, Josh. After spending a few years away at school, Josh came back home to West Texas. Josh's dad worked on the oil rigs. Josh worked on the oil rigs, and he hopes his 3 children will work one day doing the same kind of incredible work looking for the wonderful opportunities in American energy. Josh, thank you very much. Congratulate your family. You're going to have a great future. Thank you.
Congratulate your family.
Brian Welch spent 5 years in the Army, supporting our victory in the Gulf War. Then he became, hello, Brian. Thank you, Brian. Then he became an energy worker. Did you make the right move, Brian? I think so, right? Better believe it. With over 25 years of experience, Brian is senior pumper with Double Eagle Energy. Do they treat you well? They better. I'm going to come back and see those 2 guys. Just like thousands of other veterans who work in this industry, Brian has made America safer with the service, and now he's helping keep us secure by maintaining American energy independence, which we have. Thank you very much, Brian. Great job. To Brian and every veteran who works in the American energy sector, we salute your noble service, and we thank you very much. We thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. While my administration is fighting for workers like you, the radical left, have you ever heard of the radical left, Brian? You don't want to hear about them.
Only from you.
You don't want to know about them. Is fighting to abolish American energy, destroy the oil and gas industries, and wipe out your jobs.
Well, we want clean energy is what we're fighting for, really.
Representative Ocasio-Cortez's nearly $100 trillion Green New Deal disaster. I've added the fourth word. It's a disaster, which would ban oil and gas leasing on all federal lands. And by the way, there'd be no fracking. So let me ask you, Mr. Governor.
Sounds pretty good.
In Texas, no fracking, no drilling, no oil. Is that okay? Good. I don't think Biden's going to do too well in Texas. He's already written.
Shockingly, he may be within a point or two of Trump on Election Day, which would be insane.
Politicians ever get into power, they will demolish not only your industry, but the entire U.S. economy.
Yeah.
Their stated agenda includes rejoining the Paris Climate Accord, spending billions and billions of dollars in order to make us non-competitive, and seeking an even higher level of restrictions mandating net zero carbon emissions, which frankly is impossible.
Sounds pretty good.
For all new homes, offices, and buildings by 2030.
At least as a goal.
To do.
He meant
and if you ever did it, it would cost so much that your home would be valueless. This would cause the cost of construction to skyrocket and effectively end the use of natural gas in homes, because it would be an impossible situation. They're asking for things, just so you understand, that are impossible. I don't know, I haven't checked recently. What have they done with cows? Remember, there were going to be no more cows and no more cattle. I think they might have left that one off the manifesto, but it'll be back. They're
kill all cows. They were going to dispose of all cows.
Emissions from power plants by 2035. In other words, no drilling, no fracking, no coal, no shale, no gas, no oil. Otherwise, there's...
Seems like a great goal, right? I mean, like, okay, let's work towards that. Why not?
Careful, you know, people don't take it seriously. If they got in, you will have no more energy coming out of the great state of Texas, out of New Mexico, out of anywhere. Oklahoma, North Dakota, name them. Pennsylvania.
You know, it's funny because a lot of those places get a lot of sunlight and it's really windy in some of those open plains. It seems like they could be generating a lot of electricity.
That's how big it is. They want to have no fracking, no nothing. The policies required to implement this extreme agenda would mean the death of American prosperity and the end of the American middle class. It would mean, I think, even worse than that. It would destroy our country. I used to say would become another Venezuela. Same ideology, you would become another Venezuela.
The idea that Joe Biden has anything to do with the ideology of Chavez and Maduro is, you would actually have to be incredibly stupid to believe it. And a lot of Charlie Kirk's followers actually do believe it. Thanks to Bit101 for the Twitch sub.
Doesn't seem to matter. They don't have anything. And that can happen to us. All you have to do is look at Portland. Look at the agitators. Look at the anarchists in Portland. And our people have done a great job in protecting our courthouse. And I told my people a little while ago, if they don't solve that problem locally very soon, we're going to send in the National Guard and get it solved very quickly, just like we did in Minneapolis and just like we will do in other places. They want to solve their problem. They've got a very short time to do it, but they'll either solve their problem or we send in the National Guard.
Okay.
The U.S. energy industry would grind to a halt, and every single energy-producing state would be plunged into a depression. 2 million jobs would vanish overnight in just the state of Texas alone, and I think the number's probably, Greg, a lot higher than 2 million. Millions more would disappear in New Mexico and Ohio and Colorado and Pennsylvania. By imposing these punishing restrictions and beyond restrictions, The Washington radical left, crazy Democrats would also send countless American jobs, factories, industries to China and to other foreign polluting states. They want us to take care of our air, but China doesn't take care of its air. In all fairness, India doesn't take care of its air. Russia doesn't take care of its air, but we do. Not on my watch, it's not going to happen, I can tell you that.
Well, hopefully you'll be gone soon.
Because as long as I'm president, we will always put America first. It's
Here we
very
go.
simple. Very simple.
What are we
Years
watching?
and years we put other countries first. We now put America first. As we have seen in cities and towns across our nation, it's not just Texas oil that the radical Democrats want to destroy. They want to.
It's really weird to be talking about how he won't allow shale oil, gas, and fracking to be reduced, and yet he's bragging about how much he cares about clean air. Like, it doesn't make sense, does it? Am I missing something? Am I the stupid one?
Respect for the American way of life. There is no way of life ever in history that's been like the great American way of life. There's no respect, but there is by you, and there is by 95% of our people. Our people love our country, and our people love our anthem, and they love our flag. Remember that.
All right.
The radical left wants to tear down everything in its way, and in its place, they want power for themselves. They want power. Hard to believe, power.
Right. Trump doesn't
They
want
want to
power.
uproot and demolish every American value. They want to wipe away every trace of religion from national life. They want to indoctrinate our children, defund our police, abolish the suburbs, incite riots, and leave every city at the mercy of the radical left.
Abolish the suburbs. Imagine that.
It's not going to happen. And by the way, I just ended the rule on suburbs. You know, the suburbs, people fight all of their lives.
The rule was one sentence.
Suburbs and have a beautiful home. There will be no more low-income housing forced into the suburbs. I abandoned and took away and just rescinded the rule. It's been going on for years. I've seen conflict.
No one
for
has any
years.
idea what he's talking about.
It's been hell for suburbia. We rescinded the rule 3 days ago. So enjoy your life, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your life.
Oh, my God.
The proud people of Texas will never bow, kneel, or surrender to the left-wing mob. You will always stand tall and strong for America. Everyone here today carries the legacy of some of the toughest, fiercest, and most determined people ever to walk the face of the earth. Your ancestors, you know that. You know that. Generations of Texas oil workers before you gave every last bit of sweat and heart and grit that they had to build up this country. They loved our country. They loved our country so much they couldn't breathe. Their pride and devotion helped raise up America's cities, power our factories, propel our industries, sustain our families, supply our military, and fuel America's rise into the strongest, wealthiest, and greatest nation the world has ever known. We are now at the strongest point militarily we've ever been due to I'll tell you, Ted, where is Ted?
Oh,
he
there's
was
a
a big
glitch.
leader in this.
That was a
Stand up
glitch.
again,
Big
Ted.
glitch.
Ted Cruz, John Cornyn,
Big glitch.
and our Senate and our House approved $2.5 trillion to rebuild entirely the United
Clip it and
States
send it,
military. It's now at a point that it's the strongest it's ever been. A lot of the equipment is still coming in.
Someone's gotta
brand
pull
new
them off.
planes and missiles and everything you can think of. And I want to thank you, Ted. You were one of the real leaders, and John, too, the two of you. I appreciate it very much. You were well represented.
Imagine thinking Ted Cruz is good.
We have the greatest equipment on earth. We have equipment that I can't even tell you about. You don't want to know about it, frankly, and hopefully we never have to use it. Now
Okay.
it's your turn to help lead our nation to even greater heights. Today we give thanks for each and every one of you, and we are telling the Washington politicians trying to abolish American energy, don't mess with Texas. And I just want to finish by saying that I've had a great relationship with your leaders, with your politicians, with all the people in Texas. We've had great success.
The only thing left for him to do is to identify a specific black guy in the audience.
Not only did we won quickly and easily, and now we're leading what we had even 4 years ago. I will never let you down. I will never let Texas down. And your governor and your lieutenant governor and your senators, they know that very well. So thank you, and thank you very much, Greg, Dan. Thank you very much, Ted. Thank you. Great job. God bless you and the great state of Texas. God bless you. God bless you.
A lot of God bless you repetition.
So on behalf of every American energy worker, I will now sign these very important permits that your governor and your senators have been after me for a long time to sign. And they've been after a lot of other presidents to sign them, but they never were able to get it done. But we got it done. And we got it done for a great state called Texas. Thank you very much, everybody.
Wow, what a powerful speech from the President of the United States. He will, I mean, I'm an idiot. I'm kidding. No, that's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. The rantings of a madman. Oh my God, Ted Cruz just popped into the frame and that was vile. What an absolutely horrifying event. Nobody wearing masks, obviously. Trump's face seems to be melting. Looks like they've upgraded him to the extra large Sharpie. Like I use normal Sharpies. That seems like an extra big one. Thumbs up. His hand, oh, actually, I don't know that the Sharpie's that big. It might just be that his hands are so small. Like for me, this is, look at how small the Sharpie looks in my hand and look at how big it looked in Donald Trump's hands. That's weird. And there it is. God, that signature. Handing out a Sharpie, and a very, very strange event. I will take an opportunity just to remind you, our program is mostly funded by people who grab memberships at joinpacman.com. 6 people have done so far. We have a goal of 25. This would be a great opportunity to go to joinpacman.com and grab a membership. We do have a coupon code 2020 now as we watch Donald Trump sign what is probably more meaningless drivel. Owen Carberry signed up and is new member number 7. And Scott Flores is new member number 8. Susan Brocchini is new member number 9. And Marcus Inthium is new member number 10 as Donald Trump continues to sign. Nicholas Trice is new member number 11. Also, Stefan Granvik is new member number 12. And Peter Grado is number 13. I think that catches me up as Donald Trump again showing us the EKG. And it is another beautiful, beautiful day. A lot of people getting banned today, by the way. The ban hammers. I see that the moderators are dropping ban hammers, which is probably warranted. If you saw what was going on, you would probably agree with me. If you are watching on YouTube, by the way, please understand we are currently in a race to 1 million subscribers. So please do hit that subscribe button. There's 20,000 people watching right now, okay? If only a quarter of you are not yet subscribers, we could knock out 5,000 subscribers like that. The goal is to get to 1 million by election day, hopefully the day on which this clown is removed. Imagine clapping for this. More cowboy hats than masks in the crowd. Notice that? Oh, okay. We got to mute because the music will get us. That'll trigger a real problem for me. So we got to make sure to mute that. What an absolutely insane event. What an absolutely insane event. Incredible. Next chess stream. Yeah, I am in a tournament called PogChamps 2. I don't know when my next chess training stream will be. It may be with Eric Rosen or Alexandra Botez, but it should be pretty soon. Nathan Shorb has just grabbed a subscription and is new member number 14. Very much appreciate that. Also, thanks to Jesse Williams, who's new member number 15 on my website. Very much appreciate that. Thank you. That's going to do it for me. I'm heading directly into an interview with New Zealand media. This is going to be cool. I'll be posting this to my YouTube channel soon. I know Pat is standing by for me. Don't worry, Pat, I'm not rushing. But the stream is just concluding at this point. And I'll have more information about that for you guys coming up very, very soon. Talk to everybody soon. Hit subscribe and follow on the way out. It's free.